David Savage, a.k.a. Diz, and this is The Force Always.
Okay, so welcome to the show. Let's get on with the Star Wars news. It's Star Wars Celebration tickets have gone on sale in the last week. More about Star Wars Celebration Anaheim and Star Wars Celebration in general later on in the show, but the tickets have gone on sale for Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. You can get the remainder online now through their website, Star Wars Celebration. Check it out. To more news, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, is now about 173 days away. That's right, 173 days away for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. It's about 173 days away. It's closing down. Every time I do these countdowns on anything, man, it just goes quick and quick and quick. Anyway, that's soon to be excited by us all, hardcore fans or non-hardcore fans. It's coming. So, to more news, in Australia, the Vanity Fair issue with the big Star Wars Episode 9 spread has finally dropped here in Australia. It takes a little bit longer here in Australia. The only copies I've been able to find is Kylo Ren covers, which is still good. But yeah, the Vanity Fair, check it out now. Vanity Fair, you'll get some interesting pictures and some information in the Vanity Fair. It's just dropped now here in Australia. I know in other countries you've had it for a little while, but welcome to Australia. In some aspects, we get things a little bit later. Anyway, so that's the Star Wars news for this time around. Let's get into the views. Views is all about my story ideas, whether it's a story of a poster, story of a trailer, teaser, the saga itself, or standalone films. But this week it's going to be about Star Wars Episode 9 again, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this particular episode, Episode 9, has been really pushed to being about the closure of all these episodes as one. We're going to get somehow bits and pieces from everything in this episode, apparently. I would like to say that this story needs and should, in a poetic way, needs to end on the planet Tatooine. It started in Tatooine, technically in space, but it really started in Tatooine. But in Episode 4, if you really want to look at it, if you look at Episode 1, Tatooine was already there too. But I think it should, in a poetic way, finish on Tatooine. The whole film should not have anything Tatooine until the end. In the closure, say, last 10 minutes. Something with Tatooine, the involvement of that. It's all about doing the story right, having the cycle of life, which Star Wars seems to be well known for in either episodes or with the characters or just little story elements. I think the cycle of life for Star Wars, it needs to end on the planet Tatooine. It's a desert planet, the first desert planet of many desert planets we've had to endure through the length of Star Wars. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, now coming up to 9. I would like it to end in Tatooine. We haven't seen Tatooine for a little while, technically. In this, the sequel sagas we're referring this to, 7, 8, 9. I'd like to see Tatooine be the final bit. That's my story idea. This is based upon just purely my thoughts, and that's it. So that's the views for this time around. Again, it's not about the views someone gets on the YouTube channel, or it's not about my predictions. It's just my story ideas. That's all it is. Let's get into reviews. Reviews is about Star Wars Celebration tickets. They went on sale again in this last week for Anaheim, which is coming out 2020 in August 2020. And they've already got them on sale, even a short time after the last celebration, which is really close. As expected, the Jedi Master tickets, which is the VIP tickets, sold very quick. They not even a chance within 30 seconds, I think, was anyone to able to get these. Sure, people got them because obviously they sold out. But I did get up early in the morning, about 1:30 in the morning here. This is just before the opening of the tickets. I stuck online with the spinning arrow sort of circle, couldn't get to it. I had a chance to get the 4-day pass or each particular day, but I just thought, well, knowing what this event is about, what it's like, I just sort of opted, I'll just wait. And so, because, the one big problem, especially from the last Star Wars Celebration, is that they've got this lottery system where the main panels, which is usually the 4 main panels, whatever, on each of the days, they will put you in. You bought your ticket, then you apply to register yourself, and then they will put that into a draw, and they will draw you out. If you are drawn out, you can go to this panel. If you're not drawn out, even though you paid for a ticket, you won't be able to get into that panel. You have to watch it either on a screen if you can get it. That's another way, another thing you have to enter as well to get into the rooms that have a screen if you didn't get into the main stage. But yeah, so this lottery system from international guests like myself or others, or even just regular people on from the USA itself, it was not really a favourable part of the Star Wars Celebration, especially the last one, is that it was where it was introduced. So the ticketing pretty much, so by the next day, about 24, just over 24 hours, the Saturday adult tickets got sold out, but they had remainder child tickets. But if you looked on the fine print, the child tickets, you had to have a purchase of an adult ticket, so they shot themselves in the foot there. But anyway, then erased that about a day or two later. So, spaces that could be used for adults or whoever wants tickets still were not available. It was just gone. And shortly after that, the Friday tickets completely sold out as well. Whether it was just adult and child, I don't know. We'll never know. But so Friday and Saturday, the 2 middle main days to this event, have been completely sold out. You won't be able to get in unless you can find it somewhere online now. Someone trying to sell the tickets. If you want that, I don't know. Thursday is probably your best option now, because usually it's the first 2 days that, especially the second day, has a great panel. The first day has a good panel, but not the greatest. So Sunday, I don't know what that's going to be like. I think it's going to be a little bit hard for Star Wars to sell that one out of the 2 remaining days, Thursday and Sunday tickets. But yeah, so I'm personally a bit disheartened that I couldn't get the Jedi Master ticket, VIP ticket. It seems to go out within not even seconds, even smaller time than that. I think the availability to the amount is just ridiculous. They need to increase that. They need to have it's just very frustrating, especially coming from this side of the world, Australia, to obtain these tickets, because it's usually in the absolute dead cold of the morning for us here. And I say cold because right now it's winter for us, not summer like you guys over there. If you're over there watching this, that's summer. That's America. That is possibly Europe. But yeah, so the ticketing organization is just really disheartening, disappointing. I wish I sort of had a bit of more time to sort of decide upon getting a Friday, Saturday ticket, but that's now gone. And that's it. So look, the ticketing, whole ticketing process for Star Wars Celebration is just badly put together. Especially the amount of these tickets. It's a really undersized event. They could get much more, especially Jedi Master VIP tickets. I'm going to probably give this, maybe a 2 out of 10 on the whole ticketing organisation. It's just not done well at all. Anyway, so that's my reviews on the Star Wars Celebration Anaheim tickets. The best way you're going to be able to get tickets now is just scour the internet and try and look for people that are trying to sell it. Whether that's legal, I don't know. On particular events, especially in America, it's a different thing. I'm unsure. Coming from Australia, it would be definitely illegal, but anyway, unsure about that. But that's the only way you're going to get Friday and Saturday tickets now. You can still get Thursday and you can still get Sunday, but what are going to be on those days and what the whole event's going to be all about, I don't know. But if you did look on the Star Wars Celebration Anaheim page, you sort of got to see some of the merchandise, and some of the merchandise was the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back. So I think that's going to be a panel. I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be the Friday panel to introduce the whole sort of weekend. Empire Strikes Back being a firm favourite with hardcore fans that will bring in some people in the end, I think. But yeah, so anyway, that's the reviews for this time around. Let's get into interviews. Interviews is too cute. There's 2 questions we'll ask myself to you guys about certain aspects of anything. So the first question is, what can be done to fix the ticketing problem at Star Wars Celebrations? And it is a problem. It's just a problem that they sell out too quick. It's a problem that they sell out with small amounts being distributed. And the other part to this whole event is the venue sizes. I think it's being underutilized. What can be done to be fixed? The 2 times I've been to Star Wars Celebration, which is in Orlando and then Chicago, both of them in a organized exhibition center, which is what you'd think is good. The first one was pretty much taken, the first Star Wars Celebration in Orlando was pretty much the whole exhibition building, pretty much all of it, or 90% was dedicated for Star Wars Celebration. The one at Chicago, it was only a part of it, not all of it, a part of it. So there was other, events happening there. It's quite a big center, but they should have increased the amount of room. But what can you do to fix this problem? I think personally, if they were to acquire some sort of football field with electronic TV, for the field, so then you would have the main panels be in the field part of the Star Wars Celebration, the field with the big sort of TV, and then people can see what's happening. Everyone can actually see this instead of part of or close to small or big parts of people who have bought tickets. Every single person would see that. That would be the front and center for whole Star Wars Celebration. Those main panels on the field itself. If you can get a roofed field, it'd be good. I don't know what availability you have of that in America. I know here in Australia we have the Marvel Stadium, which roofs and it fits about 55,000 people. That would be, I think, almost the amount of people who buy tickets, probably more for Star Wars Celebration. And with the exhibit floor, instead of being in one sort of section, like one big room, have that sort of be on the inside, but the outside part of the field, inside the venue, but the outside part of it, going the whole circumference, if you were to say, and that would be the exhibit floor. That would be a great idea. That would also, and then you would have sectioned off rooms for autographing and any, like either panel rooms, if you get it, because I don't think you would need massive rooms with some of these things, but you would have rooms like that. So the whole way to fix the actual venue is to have a football field that is 55,000 people minimum, and you'd have the exhibit floor around the field that's inside around the field, and the ticketing needs to be increased from the amount, and the availability to things like Geno Master must be increased and given more time. International guests need to be highly recognised. I think they're just not even taken into the equation here. I think the percentage maybe of people come from international waters is just not strong enough for them. I don't know, but yeah, it's just a real frustrating, disheartening part of the event. Anyway, so that's my answer to the question: is what can be done to fix this ticketing problem, and venue make it a football field, ticketing increase the amount. It's as simple as that. You'd make more money, especially with Jedi Master tickets being 900 American, you know. Anyway, my second question is what is the best days left with the tickets available at Star Wars Celebration? You've now only got Thursday and Sunday. If it was me, I'd be going for the Thursday. Because it's the intro day, the opening day. The last one in Chicago, the opening day was just more of a shopping event. There's no panels on that day, but I think this time being 4 days, I think they'll have the opening day to be a panel day. I think if there is panels, that is, definitely go for the Thursday. If there's no panels for the Thursday, go for the Sunday. Sunday will have the closing ceremony. That's great. It's a sort of good feeling. But out of the Saturday and Friday ones that have been sold, the better day I thought was Friday. That was sold out second to the Saturday. Saturday, obviously, it's a day off everyone. It's a family type of day, so I'm sure that's why it did get sold. But yeah, so go for Thursday if there's panels. Don't go for it if there's no panels. And go for Sunday if there's still panels left. Definitely go for the closing ceremony. It's good fun. But also, to add to all of this, the lottery system is going to be still in effect at Anaheim, which is a real big problem. I can't believe it's been overlooked. It was not a favourite amongst people I mingled with, which is American and international people at the last event. It was not favourable. But absolutely, definitely do not go into that Star Wars Celebration store. You will wait for a very long time, and when you look around, and to be honest, the merchandise in there it's okay. It's a bit overrated. It's okay. I'm not going to say there is some interesting things in there, but for the wait that you have to endure, and then the shopping that you sort of get, and lots of things get sold out within the store too. I think, and by the time you get into the line for lining up to pay for your goods, that's another wait, 1 to 2 hours. And like myself, I came to the end of that line after being there for 9 hours. It was about 9 hours at this point. At the end of the line, use my credit card, because at that point of my journey to America, I had to use my credit card, which was a very strong and is a strong credit card. 100% great credit, everything like that. The system by Grotix, employed by Repop, could not recognize my card simply because in Australia we have a 4-pin digit, and in America it's 5. Because it was not 5 and it was only 4, it just could not accept payment. I had to walk away from that whole day lining up, shopping, with no merchandise, and nothing could be done. Even to this day, I'm trying to resolve it with Star Wars Celebration. I had wasted a whole day's worth of Star Wars Celebration ticket to line up, and at the end of that 10 hours in rough approximity, walk away with nothing. It was very disheartening. I wish that Star Wars Celebration can resolve it sooner than later, but at the moment, no word. That's it. So, but anyway, that's the interview. 2Q was asked myself 2 questions for you guys out there. If you have any questions, just send them in via Instagram or Twitter or even my YouTube channel. I'm here on a weekly basis with the Star Wars news, views, reviews, and interviews. My name's David Zammit, aka Diz, and please, subscribe to the channel. The Force Always only on YouTube. Like and share with your friends if you like. Even just repeat the video to sort of get that extra detail maybe. And until the next time, my friends, keep rocking.